Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jamie, and today I want to do a first impressions review of the full lineup of LYS Beauty. So LYS is a clean beauty brand. It is Black owned and it is available at Sephora. They do have their own website, but it was really complicated to find it actually. I had to really search, but it's lysbeauty.com, which seems really easy, but when you put it in the search box, it did not come up. Very strange. But anyway, I wanted to feature this brand. They had a really great Black Friday sale where they were 40% off all of their cosmetics, and I had heard great things about a lot of their different products, so I picked up a good amount of them, and I already had these blushes, so I just figured I would put them on as well. So right now I have on eyeshadow already because they do not have eyeshadow in their line, but they do have foundation. So I figured I would start with that. I have foundation, I have their bronzer, powder, which I've heard great things about their foundation and both of these products actually. And then I have their cream highlighter. I just wanted to get that. And I have their blushes, like I just mentioned. And then I picked up their lip gloss. They don't have any other lip product out right now, just this Speak Love Glossy Lip Treatment Oil. I'm gonna put that on. I have some on right now. This packaging is pretty interesting. You have to just pull this off, but anyway, a little cool things about this brand. LYS stands for Love Yourself, and it's all about self-love is the brand. So it has really cute things on the packaging. When you're opening them up, it says inspirational things about loving yourself, caring for yourself, self-care, all of that great stuff. So super adorable. This is kind of a unique little component I feel here with the top of it. So the lid actually just kind of pops off like that, and then you just squeeze this product up. It's a great formula, number one. And it's an interesting little component. I really like it. So this is super smooth on the lips, and I love that it's clean. It just makes me feel a little bit better about the products that I'm putting on myself. So clean beauty, this definitely gets so far the first star of the whole product line. So this one is a winner. I've been wearing this a couple times now, and it really does stick around and really hydrates your lips. It feels like a really great treatment. So that's the first awesome thing. Now let's jump into the foundation. I've heard great things about it. It was a little tricky for me to pick this out because the color swatches online, I didn't really see what I was looking for really, but I think I have LG6, which I think is like a light shade, light medium almost, and it has golden undertones. I'm assuming it was like G's and N's, so golden and neutral, I'm assuming. And here it is on my hand swatched. It looks a little bit orange, but we're gonna see as we put it on what we think about it. I'm gonna start off with my BK Beauty brush. I actually got the new Angie collection. I used that to put my eyeshadow on today, and so far loving it. I don't know if you guys use BK Beauty brushes, but I am into them. So this is their foundation brush, their slanted foundation brush, and I am just gonna see how this goes on. I know people have said that this is like medium coverage, and it is like a fresh finish to the skin. So let me look up really quick a little bit about this. So they actually do have a serum as well that I did not pick up, but this is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation, and I'm not really sure this is the right shade for me, but it'll be okay. Anyway, it's an Ultra Luxe Serum Foundation that effortlessly conceals blemishes, dark spots, and imperfections with skincare benefits, and it has a buildable light to medium coverage. So we'll see how we feel about that. I guess I could probably have gone down a shade now that I look at it. I actually don't mind like getting a shade that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but this one is pretty light. I probably would have gone to the next one. But I just use bronzer. I mean, I have their bronzer. I have my de-bronzy drops from Drunk Elephant that I'm always mixing into different foundations so that I'm getting the right color. It's just hard to get the right color. I really feel like with foundations, to give them the best opportunity, you really have to buy two and mix them, like a lighter version and a darker version, and then kind of mix them around to get the best color. But wow, I do look really white. Oh, and don't mind, I burned myself with the curling iron the other day. Of course, it's one of those weeks right now, getting towards the holidays, and my mind is like, how do I do things again? Oh no, I was getting very confident with that darn curling iron. I was like, oh, I've been doing this for a while and felt really good about it. And then I burned myself, which is just the way it goes, I think. Playing with those hot tools, you have to be careful. And I will not wear a glove or anything like that. I burn my fingers all the time, my hands. I'm just stubborn and a pain in the butt. So, all right, so there we go. It does look kind of glowy and nice. I definitely feel like it is a medium coverage. The shade match is not great, but that's okay. It's not as orange as I thought it was going to be. It really did appear kind of orange here, but on my skin, it is not looking very orange. So possibly it'll oxidize. That'll be okay because of how light it is, but normally I hate when foundations oxidize. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and hit my nose again because they don't have a concealer, and I know that the brush puts down more product than the sponge takes it away, and I like to kind of cover my nose a little bit. So far so good. I actually like it. It's a little tacky. It looks like a very pretty finish, something that I really go for. Okay, so far so good. I am liking it. I'm gonna put on some concealer just because I need to. And I am gonna go with, I'm actually gonna mix up two newer concealers that I have and see what I think about them. I've got this one from Revlon, the Color Stay Skin Awaken Concealer. I have a video on this. I'll put it up here in the cards. I just did that probably yesterday. I posted it. And this is the concealer color. I'm gonna put, or this one is like the corrector color. It's the darker of the two, but it's 001. I'm gonna put this on first. I know this is an LYS, so I'm just gonna rush through this. I'll tell you what I'm gonna use and I'll just do it and fast forward, but I'm gonna do this, and then on top of that, I'm gonna do the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. So I'll be right back. Okay, so concealer is done. I use that new Angie Hot and Flashy BK Beauty brush. I really like it. That's why I had to buy that set. Okay, I can already see that the foundation is like getting into my lines up on my forehead, which a lot of different foundations do. Not ideal for me at all, but let's see. Let's get this powder on and see if we can set it, and then it'll be different. So the powder and the bronzer, the powder products are in this chrome finish, and then the other products are in like this more satin finish. I don't know. Oh, what is this called? Buffed? It's called like a buffed finish, and this is a chrome finish. I can't remember. Brushed finish and chrome finish. There we go. I'm trying to think about looking at appliances and looking at, you know, bathroom nozzles and sink nozzles and stuff at Home Depot, and brushed nickel and all that good stuff. So here is, I just got the translucent color and Resilience, it's called. And let's jump in here. I'm gonna put it under my eyes and all. We're gonna go for it. I know that this is my first time using it, so it's definitely risky to put powder that you've never used before under your eyes, but that's what we do here. We take big risks, right? It's not that risky. All right, so it's not too powdery. It looks nice. Let's see. I'm gonna push out my under eye. Actually, let me take that little brush really quick. Take this concealer brush, buff out any lines that I have, because of course I don't want to set those. All right, doesn't look, I mean, it looks good. It's not like changing the texture of anything, so that's good. I definitely do try to just put on just a little bit of powder, not much, not putting much powder on. Okay, and then up here, I'm gonna buff out where it has sank into my lines, which I don't like at all. Buff that out, and then put powder on there. Yeah, that's definitely a major pet peeve for me, is when my foundation sinks into my forehead lines. I'm sure it's just gonna get worse with time. I'm gonna have foundation everywhere. And definitely, you know, when I smile, I can see a good amount of like creasing, but that's probably more the concealer than anything else. I'm playing with these concealers. I don't know if I put too much on or what yet. So we're getting there with that, but I won't judge the foundation by the concealer for sure. I will now just take some more of this powder and just buff it around the rest of my face. Oh, and I didn't go over any pricing. I probably should do that. The foundation was originally $22. Like I said, they carry this at Sephora, and I know Sephora is about to do some sales. It's very reasonably priced though for foundations at Sephora. Like Sephora itself, their foundation's like right around this price. So this is a really great price. Okay, that feels good. So it still kept a little bit of luminosity to my skin coming through from the foundation. I can see that. It doesn't look like it's really caking up my pores or anything. It's not the best finish I've ever had. I mean, I do think it looks kind of makeup-y. I can really tell I'm wearing makeup. I like something that's a little bit more skin finish, but this is my first, you know, time wearing it. So we'll see how I feel about it in the end. But okay, now we're gonna move on to the bronzer. So heard, you know, great things about this powder so far. So good. Nothing bad to say about that. It looks nice. And let's move on to the bronzer. The bronzer is No Limits Matte Bronzer, $18. Looks like this in the compact. Their packaging is really cute, triangular shaped and interesting, but it doesn't like line up with everything else in my collection. So that's a slightly annoying, but I can get past it if it's a really great product. It's something different, but you know, different isn't always great when you're trying to squish it all into your makeup drawers and you have as much crap as I do. So that's crazy. So anyway, this is in Motivate, which is the light color. Let's see if they have one that's fairer than this. I think I picked the lightest one. So $18. This is a clean, buildable, velvety matte bronzer with it's talc free, sculpts, defines, and livens up the complexion. So let's go. That's pretty dark for the lightest color, but I'm okay with it. Definitely leaning like more orangey, golden, probably just more like orangey bronze. Seems to be blending really nice. Pretty pigmented when you first lay it down. It's blending out nicely. I'm using the Angie brush. Yeah, it's blending in really well with that powder. Seamless, easy to blend. Really, really nice. Yes. Okay, I have to agree. I think that the bronzer is really a winner here. Combination of the bronzer and this brush. So far, so good. All right. Makeup is looking good. I'm looking under my eyes, see how that concealer and setting powder are holding up. It's all right. I don't think it's the setting powder's fault if anything happens under there. I think it's concealer. I'll blame the concealer. Okay, so we got that part done. Now we're gonna do let's do the highlight and then do the blush. That's what I've been doing lately. I just feel like I need to do that. I got a cream highlight though, so it might not be that complicated, but I got the cream highlight in the color Brave. This is kind of weird because I looked at it, thought it'd be flat, but no, once again, another triangle. So they got their little cute triangle tricky packaging here. This was $19. So, oh, and I think I might have told you that pressed powder was $18. So I've got the color Aim High. I will put it right here. It's just this nice champagne-y color. It's really pretty. Let's see how many colors they had. They only had 3. This was like the lightest that they had. And it can be worn underneath or on top of your foundation. The usual cream highlight stuff. I'm pretty picky when it comes to cream highlight. I don't see any like glitter or anything in here, so we're off on a good foot. I don't know, it's kind of drying a little strange. Yeah. Okay. We started off on a good foot, but we're going sideways pretty quickly. I'm trying to put it on with a brush instead of my hand. It's just not giving me that much luminosity, and it definitely does feel like I'm picking up, might be picking up the powder. You know, I'm not sure what to think about this. There's something a little bit different about it than what I'm used to. I'm at a loss for words. This is weird. I am confused about what I feel about this. I feel like sometimes I look at it, it looks really nice, but I think it did weird things to my foundation. So jury's still out on this. I wonder if I didn't powder first. Like maybe it just doesn't like powder. And if I just put down the foundation and then maybe put this and then kept the powder away from this area, maybe that would have been better, I'm thinking. Do they have a powder highlight? I think they have a powder highlight too. Their powder highlight probably would have been a better bet. It looks kind of nice. So, I mean, I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is I don't know yet. I feel like it looks really pretty, but I think I cannot put the powder down first. So I'll just have to play with this a little bit more and come back with you and tell you, but that's where I'm at right now. So far, it looks pretty, but it's doing something weird with my powder. Okay, next product is the blush, and I have these 2 blushes. I have the Kindness one. These are matte blushes. Super pretty creamy matte blushes. And I wonder if this is gonna do something weird on top of the powder as well. And then I have Confidence. So their color, so pretty. I have a video on this. Woo! Talk about some pigment here. Trying to blend it out. That is Confident. That blush is confident. It is sure of itself and the color it is putting out. These things, I forgot how they don't mess around here at all. Okay, So I know that I do like both of these colors, and I have done a video on this blush before, but I do feel like I want to try both of them. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the peachy one, which is Kindness over here, because I can't remember. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm just gonna put Kindness on one cheek, Confident on the other, and I'm gonna mix them together because what I like is to be kind and confident. I think that's the real deal. Very pretty. Very pretty. I'll just have to figure out how to handle that whole blush, or that whole, because it still is, like, I can still see where the highlight messed up my powder. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. So just be aware of that. That powder, that highlight might mess up your powder. Not my favorite thing, but it's okay. So now we'll go in with some Confident over here. Woo! So confident. She's a little much. All right, so I really wanted to show you the different colors, but that was Confident and that is Kindness. And now I'm gonna mix them together. Yeah, I just don't know if I have time for that highlighter to be such a pain in my butt. I have heard good things about their powder highlight. So I am creasing a little bit here as well. Push that out. I don't want to, look. Shwa, shwa. If I was left-handed, if I had any skills with my left hand, I would do this. This is how I would put on my makeup. Would you guys do that? Anyway, okay. It is not going to be a video if I don't drop a bunch of crap on the floor, okay? That is really the sign of, hey, video is almost complete. Okay, what I'm going to do, oh, that stuck. See? Did you see that? That was weird. It doesn't really, I think it just dries down, but it's a little bit sticky right now. That blush is creamy, creamy blush. So I am going to put on my mascara, finish my eyebrows, and I'm gonna be back to do some final thoughts with you guys. Everything is good to go for, I'm gonna do a wear test with this makeup. So right now I do notice that I feel like it's settling a little bit into my lines. Even though we set it and did everything, it definitely feels like it is wanting to migrate there. And I feel like it starts kind of aging me. I see that happening with the finish. I don't know exactly why, but that's where we are. I am also gonna play a little bit with this highlight and just try to put a little bit more on. Might be a mistake, probably is, but let's just see. And another thing is I'm squeezing this a lot before you get product out. Not that you need like tons of highlight, but that's just kind of a weird packaging for that. So I had noticed that my highlight kind of disappeared when I put that blush on. So you never know what you're gonna get with these highlights. Okay, so I'm just tapping a little bit more on. I am gonna do a wear test, like I said. I hope this highlight stands up. This might be good. I love liquid highlight, and I like the way that this looks kind of natural when I'm seeing it. It's not like too blingy, but I'm also worried it's gonna just fade away into nothing. So we'll see what happens. I'll be back. See you guys in a little bit. All right, so end of the day. So this was a full day wear test with the foundation. I mean, all in all, I think it just maybe was matte or more thick. It definitely looks like I'm wearing makeup. That's what I have to say about it right now. I could like play with it, mix it with some more moisturizing products or something. I just didn't like the way that it would like sit in my lines is the problem. It kind of sat up here, sits down here. You know, a lot of people really love that Dior Backstage foundation. I feel like the same way about that one than I do about this one. It just seems to like gather and sit in my lines, and I don't understand. I don't feel like I have so many more lines than everybody else, so I don't really get it. But overall, it was okay. I definitely will try to mix it up and see what I think about it. But for right now, I love the price point of the products. I love that they're clean. I love that they're just available at Sephora so easy and such a good price point. I'm just not really in love with this style of makeup. I like makeup that looks like skin, and I feel like this just looks a little bit more cakey, a little bit more makeup-y. But let me play around with some different primers, maybe mix in some glowy products, and we'll see where it goes from here. But right now, everything was okay. I definitely am not returning anything. I don't feel the need to do that, but I'm just not like thoroughly impressed. So I'm gonna have to continue wearing this. So straight out of the gate, if I was to judge this, I would probably give it like a B-, maybe C+. So that's just middle of the road for me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.